Hello guys, Nightspectre here, bringing you another League of Legends cast, not via the spectator mode again. This time we are looking through the eyes of this Singed over here. I think it's his gameplay. Looking at the portrait, it is. So at first let's check out the teams before they are entering the jungle, shall we? I don't think that Skarnal Trump actually has connected here this corner, so it might be a 4v5 for now. I had to wait for quite a bit in order to cast this, so I don't think he connected. Well, doesn't matter. Let's go over the teams now. We have Singed, who is probably going top, as we can see right about now. We also have a Skarner, who will be jungling. A Vladimir, who will be, well, in the middle, normally. And then we have Janna and Corki on the bottom. They'll be up against a Victor in the middle, a Nocturne in the jungle, a Cannon in the middle, maybe not, maybe top, probably top, because yes, Ezreal and Taric will be on the bottom. So there you have it. I don't see Skarner connected at all, so that will be a huge pity for the team. For now, maybe he will connect in a few seconds, but the minions have spawned right about now, so he will be too late. Singed actually already at Raves. Is he going to start jungling? That wouldn't be too smart though. He needs to be top. He is gonna try and get the Raves though, just because, as you know, Skarner isn't there. He might as well take it before the enemy does, but will he be able to take it? Yes, he will, so good job there, Singed, taking the jungle at a quick speed for not being a jungler. So now he is going to the top. Pings are going down. Now they realize Skarner hasn't connected yet, mate. Oh, Janna wanted to take blue with Corki alone. And there is Skarner. Thank the gods for that. So he won't be that late. I think the Raves even will respawn once he starts there. Cannon versus Singed. Poor Singed. He will take quite a beating. As always, I will focus on casting Singed, because of course with the replay mode, if spectator mode isn't enabled, you are unable to see the HP of anyone else if Singed isn't looking directly at them, as you can see right about now. So what people don't tend to know is that since spectator mode, the LoL replay mode has been improved as well, because, well, you can turn on to have spectator mode enabled on your replays, so you can have spectator mode in all of your replays even though you aren't looking as a spectator. But it will take up more bandwidth, but hell, if you don't live in Belgium you shouldn't care about that. I think all the internet is unlimited in the rest of the world. Well, probably not, but at least in the western countries, right? Unlimited internet. You pay for speed, not for, well, your download limit. Vladimir actually getting pushed there by... Oh, looky here, there's a stun onto Corki, but nothing else is happening. I was gonna say Victor was able to pull Vladimir, but that's probably because of that laser. It's a very good early game thing, that laser, because you are so good at harassing. Singed now getting ganked into his tower. He has been feared, but he has exhausted the Nocturne, so if he was able, he is actually able to fling Cannon. Cannon is gonna run away, but the poison dot will get the kill onto Cannon, so first blood for Singed. Good job there, mate. Good job there indeed. I thought first that it was kind of a waste that he used exhaust so early on together with his ghost, but I know he wanted to fling the Nocturne, but he was feared at the time he was able to, so that's a pity indeed. Skarner now counter jungling, knowing that Nocturne was all the way on top. Red buff isn't there, I believe. Nocturne took it. It actually didn't, so he went straight to Singed apparently, just to attack. Maybe he took Skarner's red. That could have been the case as well, though I haven't seen a buff on Nocturne, to be honest. I wasn't really looking at that, I was looking at the action. So Skarner able to steal the red buff, so good job there. Corki all alone needs to flash away, because of course without support help versus a Taric, you're just dead. One stun and it's over. So Corki's flash is down, he lets his teammates know, so that's good, Corki, that's good. Starting items for Singed are of course boots, as every other champion in the game lately. Boots are so good, except for Vladimir. Oh, here his boots are. He's hiding them from me. What a bastard. How are your last hits, Singed? Because of course against the ranged it is quite hard to last hit, but he is doing properly. Bottom getting a kill on to the Janna as well as the Ezreal. Of course this isn't a not a replay function spectator mode, so I think Corki will die as well. He will good kill there by Nocturne being there. He does have red buff, so he did steal Skarner's red buff. Singed getting some damage here will be fine. It's pushing Cannon against the tower. Cannon apparently doesn't care. Singed has his ultimate though, so he will use his regeneration. He probably has regeneration runes. Let's check it out. He has spell penetration, about 5. He has mana regen, a lot of it. Does he have health regen? Yes, he does. So maybe he has it in its runes. I don't know what the base health regen is of a Singed, but it's a good item to have. He has a lot of ability power though, so I don't really think he has all that many runes in regeneration now that I think of it. Maybe he's just that awesome, and I realized now that I was clicking his portrait whilst he was using his ultimate, so of course his regeneration was high. Now you can see it's only 19, which is normal. Gang going down onto the Victor. This corner level 6, he is not. Level 4, he will not be able to get the kill. If Victor is actually able to use his snare, it might be dangerous for Vladimir. Vladimir actually running through, getting lasered on, will die because of this. Nocturne wasn't able to tag him, else it would have been an assist for Nocturne as well, but that wasn't really that smart play of Vladimir. As you all know, Victor is able to stun you in his slowing shield. Now Skarner actually getting ganked. Will he get feared? He gets straight back into Nocturne's grasp, so he will not escape. Lock on the fear there, but hey, it's alright. Now Taric is going and try to stun the Corki. Pink ward placed down by Janna into the bush, so it should be fine. Singed actually went back, bought himself a Philosopher's Stone and a Heart of Gold, so he'll have a lot of money. He won't be that strong in the beginning, but a Singed is strong regardless for a little while. Of course in the end he gets strong if he gets the items. But Cannon, of course, if he goes for the aggressive items, which he hasn't done yet, he might get an advantage onto him in the lane. But then again, that's what the gold for per 5 is for. He might get the advantage regardless. Though it is hard for a Cannon to kill a Singed. He'll just run away when you use your ultimate. His ultimate gives him some crowd control reductions, I think about 30% in the end, but now it's only 10, so 10% per level. Singed getting pinged on that the middle lane is missing, so he needs to be careful. Vladimir is actually approaching as well. Victor was actually warding at the Wraiths, I believe, so Skarner needs to be careful. Victor knows he's there, but I don't think anything would happen, unless maybe Nocturne would be level 6, then he could ultimate in if the ward is placed correctly. All these variables, people, you need to take them into consideration. Corki getting zoned by Taric. Janna isn't there, so he'll take a beating, but will he beat him back? Taric is of course quite tanky, already has the Philosopher's Stone, so he'll have money as well and some mana regen. Much needed by a Taric, he always has mana issues. Singed now going to check the blue. Blue is already taken again. Does your Victor has it? No, he does not. Keep in mind that I tend to call Victor Yorick because I find those two names to sound a bit the same. They're like from the same country, right? Is it Russian? I don't know. Nocturne spotted there by Singed is gonna get chased down by Nocturne. Singed doesn't have flash, so I don't know what he's doing. He's gonna fling the Nocturne over the wall. That's amazing. Cannon is approaching now, so Singed needs to be careful. He is also caught in by both Victor and Nocturne. Nocturne gonna use his ultimate now. Cannon using his, but then of course Singed got movement speed from his ultimate, so he can just run away relentlessly. Gonna try and fling Cannon into the wall, but guess who's there? It's not a wall, it's a turret. It is Victor. Can Singed survive this? He will get slowed, he will get ignited. I don't see him surviving this. A kill onto Singed. He survived for quite a while, but he's not immortal. He is barely immortal. Victor now trying to recall, but now he changed his mind. Was able to hit the laser onto Skarner. Skarner needs to be careful there. Even though they are quite low, it's still 3 people versus 1. They still have the damage potential of 3 people. And that damage potential could one-shot you. Of course, Victor, Cannon and Nocturne has both used all of their ultimates, so they should be fine. 3 ultimates on poor Singed. Vladimir now able to push the lane. Victor has recalled. Vladimir knows this, so he will not need to be scared for Victor to approach pretty soon. So Victor will lose quite some minions, but he got a kill out of it, so it should be fine. Stun again onto Corki, who will get some damage by the Ezreal, but he should be fine. Corki already buying a Vampiric Scepter because of course he doesn't have a healer next to him. You can say Janna has a heal. You don't really use that ability as a heal unless maybe you are ability powered Janna, but even then, your role as ability powered Janna is mostly to get the kill. Actually, stun onto Janna there. Corki needs to be careful. Janna is dying. Corki jumped away. Actually has quite the health left, so I don't know why he was so scared. He could have gotten the attack for Janna, but then again, that's not really your carry's duty now, is it? And he will die as well. Nice tower dive, actually, by both Taric and Ezreal. Taric surviving with a lot of HP, and Ezreal also. So I wonder, what happened there previously? Janna had to be real low. Skarner now approaching. He is never in his jungle, really. He was first guarding the top tower and now guarding the bottom, but he is able to clear his jungle regardless, so it's pretty fine. Normally, when you see an enemy jungler defending a tower, it is your cue to either gank someone or to counter jungle him, which is a very good thing to do because it gives you money and it makes sure that your enemy jungler won't get the money he normally would receive and the experience. Then again, he will get a lot of experience and money by staying in the lane, that's why he loves it there. Singed stealing some minions, Vladimir says. Singed says no. If I weren't there, the tower would have gotten your minions. It's a debate. Vladimir would have gotten some minions, but not all. So maybe it's better for Singed, who will lose some minions because he left his lane. So consider it payment. Cannon getting hit twice by the tower, but because he used Lightning Rush, he got some more armor and magic resistance, so the hits weren't that heavy as it would normally be. He was able to Shuriken Singed, but Singed doesn't really care. Using his ultimate there, he wants to go for the kill. In this mode, you can't really see the poison cloud that he is creating now, but well, now it's turned off. But it was turned on, trust me. You turn me on. Here comes the Singed. The Cannon does not have Lightning Rush yet, but he does have his ultimate. Now he does have Lightning Rush, just off cooldown. Now Nocturne approaching somewhere, but I can't see it. So I'm going to the bottom lane, where I think he will be. Yes, he will. Nocturne, Victor. Well, not Victor. It was Nocturne, but Corki was hit by the ultimate of Ezreal. Point blank. Not really. It was a good shot. It wasn't that point blank. So a good team initiate there. Nocturne now going in onto Skarner, will be able to get the fear off, but Skarner ran straight to Janna, even in fear, so he might have the advantage there. If Taric is able to surround them and stun them, they would have died, but guess what, they were smart enough to leave. Singed now actually looking here, so we are able to see the health bars. Thank you, Singed. You're welcome, mate. You. So yeah, bottom lane is having a hard time apparently. Well, Taric and Ezreal is quite a hard combination, but so should Janna and Corki be. They used to be the hardcore combination there. Shield on Corki, Corki Valkyring onto your face and you would be dead. Nocturne now soloing the dragon, question mark. Vladimir is zoning away the Victor, so Victor can't really help at the dragon. Skarner is there as well, so yes, Nocturne needed to back off. Same goes for Ezreal and Taric. If they would have disappeared from their lane, I would believe Corki and Janna would go into the back of them. Singed now going to try to do some damage on Cannon, but Cannon is ever so careful, using his Lightning Rush only to attack. Vladimir getting a kill onto the Victor together with Skarner. Skarner probably had his ultimate there. Vladimir again using his Ghost to try and snipe off someone else, but burned it for no apparent reason now. They are going for Dragon or maybe to the bottom lane if they aren't careful enough, and then afterwards Dragon. But I think they aren't silly enough to stay in the lane for too long. It should be warded. Actually, they are going to try and get a kill onto Skarner, and I think they will succeed. Skarner might have his shield left, or at least Janna would be able to save him. Cannon is going to snipe him down. At the same time, of course, Taric is going to die by the damage of Corki. Singed is onto the Ezreal, who is going to use his ultimate, missing it though. Cannon has a double kill onto the Vladimir now. Singed should be able to fling the Ezreal into submission. Corki now needs to run away from the Cannon. Cannon will probably run away from the Singed. So overall, I think both teams lost 2 people, so that's not really the best initiate, considering Victor was dead in that team fight, so it was a 5v4 situation. Cannon now chasing down the Singed. Not too sure if that's a good idea because Janna is behind him. Cannon does not have his ultimate, neither does Singed, so Singed needs to be careful. Gonna place a pull down. Well, a pool, a splatter, a potion. And that's Mega Adhesive, of course. Of course! How could I forget? I played Singed for quite some time, but then I lost my place in the top lane. And that's what you get. Support for life. Trying to snipe him down, that Victor once, but he will not succeed. Singed is very quick. He has boots, mercury threads, to have himself some magic resistance, which is a very good choice because this team has both a cannon and the Victor, and guess what? To be honest, Azrael does quite some magic damage as well. Connor getting ganked there by Taric, but they knew, so it's 3v3, actually 4v3. Janna could do an amazing ultimate here, but I can't really see it. I don't think she used it yet. Actually, Corki dying there. Janna needs to flash over the wall. Victor is gonna get killed by the Vladimir. There's no possible escape for him, but he did get the kill onto Janna. Now Singed arriving, flinging the Nocturne away from both Connor or Vladimir. It could have been a kill on both sides. Now he's going straight for the Azrael because he knows he can't kill either Taric or Nocturne without even trying. He is actually gonna get kited by Azrael, not too sure what he was doing there. Did he lagged out? He could have gone aggressive onto Azrael as well. Now going Mega Adhesive and fling the Azrael, but he just used his teleport at the same time. Nocturne is chasing down a Singed. That's the worst thing you can do. Together with the ultimate of Vladimir, that will be a double kill or even triple kill. The dot wasn't big enough. Singed is gonna try and kill him. He will use Mega Adhesive, but it won't work. Corki now going in, Valkyring, killing the Azrael. Good decision there by Singed for not going in onto the Azrael, because the entire combination, damage combination, and Azrael is able to produce early on in the game is quite ridiculous, and it would have killed him. It's a pity you're not a ranged carry now, are you, Singed? Well, at least I fed my carry. Good call, good call. Double blasting ones. I would have thought he would go for the Rod of Ages first, but maybe he wants more damage. He is realizing he is still quite tanky against this team, because of course they are probably full magic for him, except for maybe Azrael. His auto attacks and his Qs are attack damage, but all the rest are, I think, magical damage. So it should get negated by his Mercury threads. 75 magic resistance is good enough apparently. He was able to tank there for quite some time. Only threat in the enemy team is Azrael. But then again, do not underestimate the powers of ability power cannon and Victor combination, for you will die. Blue buff on Singed is nice, however. So he will have a laugh. Will push his lanes relentlessly. Vladimir getting ganked there is going to ghost away, so he should be fine. There's no way you can catch a ghosting Vladimir in a pool. No way! Unless he pulls straight into a wall or something silly like that. Is Tari gonna be able to stun? No, he will not get hit by Corki's phosphorus bomb, apparently. Not that we were able to see that, but we're able to deduce it. And that's just as important. Singed counter jungling, taking the big wolves, leaving the little wolves to die for themselves, so that they will not respawn in time for for Nocturne to be taken. Cannon is gonna get attacked from behind. Will he care though? He should be able to lightning rush to safety. He did use it to farm just earlier on, but hey, the cooldown isn't that long, as you can see right about now. Singed actually going to exhaust the cannon, doing big damage there. I think he has the improved exhaust. Cannon now trying to kill Singed, but it's just not enough. Of course, CC on Singed is lowered by quite a bit. If he has his ultimate, that will be the end of Cannon. Potion Dot will do the rest. So good kill there, Singed, surviving both the Ignite and the ultimate of Cannon. An Ignite is mostly a party pooper for Singed, because of course you lose a lot of regeneration. At the same time, blue team decided to push onto purple team's lane. Nocturne is going in onto Singed. Will he get the kill? If Singed is able to fling him away, he should be fine. He's gonna get Q'd. He's gonna get dodged the Q. Amazing. He's gonna start laughing, which does lower your movement speed for some time. You stand still while using laugh. Don't you forget that. It's only a millisecond, but still it counts. Vladimir was trying to save Singed, but got caught by Victor instead. Then at the same time, this Connor wanted to use his ultimate onto the Victor, but will not succeed. Of course, Connor is quite fast, but that just won't work. Actually, Taric is gonna try and get a kill onto Singed, but Singed, of course, has a bit of magic resistance, so the stun and shatter combination doesn't hurt him as much as it should. Will his dot get the kill? No, it will not. It will be Janna instead. Ultimate of, well, it wasn't the ultimate of Ezreal. I thought Ezreal would shoot his ultimate towards the direction of Singed, but it was actually Victor's laser that was able to hit Janna for quite some damage. Ezreal is going to push middle, will probably succeed in getting the kill. Purple team needs to run away because that's a double ult there by both Cannon and Victor coming for you. Vladimir will actually be able to get the kill there onto the Victor, so good job there. Victor was actually able to shield him for a bit of the damage, but it wasn't enough. Cannon now going in onto Janna. Janna should be able to escape. He should be fine, she should be fine, or he, I don't know. It's a girl champion, you know. Now Janna using her Shirello's Reverie to give Skarner that extra movement speed to make sure that he'll get the kill and not Cannon. Cannon actually using his ultimate there. Janna needed to flash away. Will be fine. I think Skarner will get the kill easily. There's no way. Oh my god, Janna, you still was sniped, weren't you? So even though she flashed away, she was killed. Now Singed is getting attacked by Nocturne, but Nocturne isn't strong enough. Of course, he doesn't do that much magic damage. I think only his Q might be able to do magic damage. Will he be able to shield in time? No, he will not. He already used it. Is going to try and fear the Singed, but guess what? He has reduced crowd control, so you will not be able to fear him for that long. Is gonna use his shield at probably the right time, but Singed anticipated it, saving his flame for when it was necessary. Onto the Taric. Taric is chasing down Singed. Don't you forget, do not chase Singed. Except for when you have a Victor. Then you can. Nocturne was actually chasing Singed as well on the other side of the road, so he will probably get caught unless he is able to use his Q. Was able to use his shield at the same time. Skarner getting stunned by Taric. Taric needs to get away, he is too low. Victor is gonna try and do some damage onto Vladimir, is able to stun him. Does he have the improved stun ability? I can't see. I must use tap for that. Vladimir is going to ghost behind the Taric, but he didn't use his mouse button good enough. He auto-selected Taric's champion to run towards, and once he got out of sight, Vladimir wasn't able to chase him no more, so he had to re-click. Keep that in mind, guys. Keep on clicking. Do not click onto your enemy champion and then hope that your champion will just walk straight onto him, because that more than not will not be the case. So always click towards your enemy champion and keep on clicking every time he changed. Once you're certain that you can have the kill, then feel free to click onto them, but other way, nope, just click towards where they are going to run. And because I forgot that if you press the right mouse button, you actually move your camera a bit. So I hope this is about right, but it's making me dizzy, so sorry for that.
You don't have that in spectator mode now, do you?
No, you don't. Janna taking a hit there. It doesn't feel right. I think this is about right. Or too low. Wait, there was a button you could press. Which one was it? I know there's a button you can press to put your camera at the right angle once more. It's not V, it's not tab. Is it shift? No. Was it alt? No, because that would be silly. Skarner actually using his ultimate perfectly onto Victor, who will die instantly. Victor thought he would be able to get away. He was trying to use his ultimate to silence, but his silence of his ultimate is more like a blitzcrank silence. It's not really used to keep the damage off of you, it's just to interrupt things, more lacking than that. Good kill onto Nocturne. He was taking big damage as well. We're only at the half of the game. This will be a 40-minute-ish game, maybe even 50. It depends. Big damage dealt onto Corki, however. Good gracious. Good gracious me. Boom, says the Ezreal, trying to push away the minions. Will not succeed to kill them all, and there is a tank minion among them, so he will be tanking that turret all night long. Will they be able to destroy the turret in time? Yes, they will. Corki trying to shoot someone with his ultimate, not succeeding. Minions are pushing the other lanes, however. Look at this big red minion wave here, and more importantly, of course, the top minions. With a lot of caster minions. If you can have a lot of those, they can do a lot of damage in a little time. So that is very dangerous for this tower. But of course, Singed is coming. I'll be fine. I'll be taking them all for me, thank you. I'm gonna hit you with my auto attack. Nope, just gonna poison you all. What? Mass poison no jutsu. Pink ward placed down by purple team. So they knew where the enemies were. They didn't ward, I don't believe so. I couldn't see a ward getting placed, but then again, I can't really see the enemy's ward, so if they placed one before, well then I still would have been able to see it with that pink ward, so they either placed it somewhere else, or they really don't have any vision onto Baron, which means that purple team could go for Baron. Now that I think about it, I still need to put this on colorblind mode, don't I? Let's see if I am able to do it mid-game. No, that's highly unprofessional. I should pause the game and then put it on colorblind mode, since actually getting caught by both a cannon and a Taric, which in my book isn't really enough. He does have the Riley's Crystal Scepter, does not yet have the Rod of Ages, which I found to be one of the most important items for Singed. Then again, Riley's Crystal Scepter of course is also very good. Skarner now going to try and ultimate onto the cannon, gets stunned by Taric, but it will be enough. Fling by Singed together with the dot, and the damage of Vladimir will be more than enough. So Singed is going to destroy his top tower after quite some time. 24 minutes and 30 seconds before this tower got destroyed. 32 seconds. I'm sorry, I was 2 seconds off. My god, Corki is very brave. He does probably have Valkyrie, he has red buff as well, so he should be fine. Nocturne backs off, so he was probably stronger, which is weird. I always kill carries on Nocturne. Corki now going in onto Azrael. He doesn't have red buff anymore, and as I know, Azrael was a bit more fat than Corki was, and Nocturne was close by as well. So Corki Valkyring away, but he did die. Skarner was there as well though. Will Skarner be able to get a kill? He will try and tank them for as long as needed. Vladimir is coming, but there's a Taric in between, so he will not be able to catch up because Taric will be able to stun him. Taric now going down together with his friends. Are they going for a dragon now, or was dragon already taken? It was already taken by purple team. Probably so, because it has been a while since dragon has been caught. Vladimir using his little W there to keep the damage up. It does increase the cost, Tides of Blood, but it will do a lot more damage. The damage has been increased by 25% per stack, so it's 100% damage increase. So be sure to keep Tides of Blood on at all times. Singed trying to get a kill there, but he's too afraid of getting stunned underneath a turret without his teammates then following him. They probably will need a Corki in this. It is their carry. But hey, at least Singed now is able to run around pretty fast while using his ultimate. Singed needs 100 gold, he says. And his ultimate. He has the Force of Nature, which will give him more movement speed, more regeneration, more magic resistance, more everything he needs. Too bad it doesn't have mana, but that would be silly. Might go for the Frozen Heart to get his mana. It is a good item on Singed as well, and it will give him some armor. But Singed of course wants to go for a high ability power build and not as tanky as you would want. So it might be smarter for him to just go for a Rabadon's Death Cap and of course the damned Rod of Ages. It's a good item. It gives him mana, which by his passive will give him health. So health is good on the Singed, because he has the Force of Nature. The more health you get, the more regeneration you'll have. Well, that's just me bickering. They should actually be focusing around Baron now, but they are still farming their butts out. Which is fine, you'll have a lot of items, and the enemy team is actually playing it slow as well, also wanting to farm. I do believe that purple team was a bit ahead, even though the champion kills say differently. They did have a dragon, blue team had a dragon as well, but if you see the team fights, you always seem to see that purple team is ahead. Is it because of Singed? I don't know. He has about 1/3 of the kills of their enemies, of their allies, so why not? He is now going straight onto Nocturne, who is only level 13 against a level 17 Singed. So if Singed is able to fling the Nocturne, he will be dead. Vladimir is now approaching, fling down onto Nocturne, together with the Skarner ult, will probably kill him, but they don't require it necessary apparently. So, but I think the ult of Vladimir might get the kill. It will not. Too bad there. Janna using her ultimate is also dead. I don't see her. Oh, there she is. It's the Oracle girl. Vladimir gets ignited there. Will he survive the ignite? He is gonna use his ghost with barely any HP. Is he still alive? Yes, he is. Gets auto-attacked by Ezreal, so he will die. Now it's only Singed, but they are all quite low. And knowing Singed, he might be able to do it. Guess what? It's a Corki surprise attack from behind. He'll be able to ultimate the Victor, but he gets ignited and damaged upon, so he will die. Singed now the only one standing. Will he be able to fling the cannon? He will not. He is going to try and focus the Ezreal. Will not succeed. So there you have it. Purple team losing a team fight. Guess I was wrong, but do keep in mind that Corki wasn't there for the majority of the fight. Whilst blue team, except for when Nocturne was attacked in the beginning, was full fight. And they almost died. So no, Nocturne actually survived, didn't he? He probably did. He did survive. Yes, I said he survived, and he did. So he barely survived the ultimate of Vladimir onto him, but he did. So it's only 2 kills for blue team, for purple team. So that's even worse than I anticipated. So it's now looking rather grim for blue team. Janna level 11. Taric is level 13. So yeah, this is my way to judge how well you are doing. If you don't have the gold to see, well, the gold, well, on spectator mode you can see how many gold both teams have, the global gold of everyone. But of course in this mode you can't see it. So the way I judge how well a team is doing, normally it's a good standard, is by checking out the supports. So you can see Taric is level 13 and Janna is only level 11. But of course they had a very hard lane and difficulties apparently, so they weren't actually able to farm at the same way that bottom lane was. So it's not really, well, normally you would see your supports level globally. They are there when the team fights happen. They will just get the experience passively, so you can use it as some sort of meter to check how well you are doing. But because of course bottom lane on purple team side was a bit feeding, to be honest, they are actually lower level regardless. So this match on, it's not as good to check out how well your team is doing as normal, but normally it's kind of a good way to see how well your team is doing. But then again, they did lose the last team fight, so it might actually be a good way to see. But they are able to take Dragon easily, so it's still 50-50 in my book. Maybe, well, blue team is probably ahead for a little bit, but they still need to take into account that Singed is there. He is fat, he can carry like a Singed can, and they are very hard once they get fat. So there's still hope for purple team. We shall see. Baron might actually be taken there by blue team. No, it's not, because Nocturne is still there. No wards on either side. Let's see if Janna is able to find a ward at Baron. No, so nobody wards damn Baron. It's already 31 minutes in, so the Baron is about, let's say, 15 minutes up. It's not true what I'm saying, but then again it wasn't true that we were 30 minutes in. Anyway, Nocturne is going to recall. If they see him recall, they will probably go instantly for Baron. He decides to not recall. A wise decision there, probably to take blue for whoever needs it. No, he's actually pushing together with his friend, but Victor did receive blue. So it's good altogether. Corki should be going to the bottom real quick before blue team decides to push. We shall see. Don't think he will do it though. Well, this minion wave has still some time left to push. It will get stopped by these minions over here, and then will get stopped by the turret. So you really want to take them. But then again, if your team gets into a team fight whilst you are farming on the bottom, then it's their mistake, not theirs. No, not yours. Theirs, but there. Sinch is now going to the top because Corki needs to go to the bottom to farm. He thinks, hey, I might as well try and farm as well. And that's the cue for the enemy team, of course, to start pushing really hard. If anyone gets caught now, they will lose the team fight and probably even the game. Well, not really. It depends, really. They will get in a tough position, let me put it like that. But now both Corki and Singed has arrived, so if they would start a team fight now, at least it is a fair fight. It's 5v5. Corki will get red though, so that will be good. Does Ezreal have red? No, he doesn't. He is becoming a robot though. Janna spotting a ward there placed by Tariq. Will she be able to get it? I know she wants to, but if she gets caught in between, she needs to be careful there. Got tagged by Nocturne, which is very bad. Because then Nocturne can chase you down even faster, and he knows where you are, because you can see on your map that you can see the dark shadowy bit, even though you can't really see the champion. So even in the fog of war, you are still able to follow them around. Now, Janna, are you going to surprise me by destroying this ward? Yes, you are. But I wasn't surprised, so you failed. You failed miserably. We are going in onto a team fight, I must hope. Both teams are actually scared to engage on each other. Victor trying to do some damage. Now there goes the Skarner. He got slowed by the static field of the poor Victor, so he wasn't able to use his ultimate even though he used his flash. It's a very important summoner spell to have on a Skarner, because you can just flash in and ultimate someone and get a kill easily. Now that's over with, I don't know how they are going to initiate. Maybe Sinch can just run in like a very badass and try to fling someone towards his team, but that will not work. Sinch isn't the guy who wants to tank, he is the guy who just wants to stay around, throw some poison down, throw some adhesive down, and do some damage. Long time period damage, but still the damage will be dealt to everyone. Ezreal trying to go in onto Corki, doing some damage onto him, and possibly so. Didn't know he had vision onto him, because of course Janna had an oracle, so she was able to clear the ward. But hey, guess he knew where Corki was. Maybe there's a ward into this bush as well. Where was Janna? Janna went to base. What did you buy, Janna? The Ages of the Legion, eh? It's a good item. I don't know whether or not she had it before, but it's a good item to have now. Nocturne pushing the top lane, which isn't really the best lane to push. Cannon has a better idea. Actually, Cannon is way at the bottom, so he needs to hurry to the top, or else they will do Baron. It's very smart to, once you start doing Baron fights, to push the bottom lane, because it's the lane furthest away of the Baron. So if you are pushing this really hard, someone needs to go down there to stop the push, and then you'll have time to do Baron, or at least try and do a team fight at Baron with 4v5. Or take Baron whilst you are doing 4v5. Be awesome like that, I don't care. Blue is up. Ezreal, everyone is there actually. They don't want this blue to be taken. Janna needs to be careful there. If there is an enemy's team ward, which it was, then she could have gotten caught there. Nocturne is able to jump to you from afar. Of course, he isn't the tankiest. He does have a frozen mallet, which will give him some HP, but for the rest he doesn't really have the Warmox or the Atma's Impaler, which will give him more tankiness. He might be going for those items, I don't know. Maybe. Now, if you would excuse me, I need a drink. La la la. So Skarner took the Wraiths, as you could see. Impressive. Blue buff has spawned. Will they be there in time? Sinch could use a blue buff. I believe that Janna and Corki don't really need it. Vladimir doesn't need it. Skarner doesn't really need it. He has a frozen heart, so he has all the mana he needs. So actually Sinch is probably better to take the blue. He'll have a lower cooldowns on his ultimate. He has the Abyssal Scepter, which will give him even more tankiness, and he throws his middle finger towards me and says, I don't need no Rod of Ages for shizzle, but you'll get so much HP if you use it. No. He has a Thornmail, which is awesome for Ezreal and Nocturne, so if they do dare to attack him, he will be able to just regen everything needed and still do quite some damage. He has more HP than Ezreal, so Thornmail will make it so that Ezreal at least loses like half of its HP to get like the full HP of Singed. I hope my calculations are correct. We have 3000 health on Singed, and if I am able to see Ezreal, I will check out how much health he has, and then it's like 30% of the damage reverted into health, and then you have it. Then you have the total health bar of Singed, which will do so much damage onto Ezreal if he would just auto-attack Singed on and on, considering Singed doesn't regen health. because you need to take that into consideration as well. So nobody knows where the enemies are. They are probably waiting in this bush and maybe in this bush to try and gang them. They think that the purple team doesn't have vision onto the Baron, so they are just going to push. They were actually waiting for a gang. Now going in onto Janna, who was trying to flash away, will not succeed, so that's a dead Janna. Everyone running away now. It was nice that they knew that it was a trap, but then even then they got caught. Yeah, it's kind of insane. Oh well. Ooh, I think someone has his Riley's Crystal Scepter there. Is it canon? It probably is. His shuriken slowed Singed for quite a bit there. Corki has blue buff, so he is able to shoot as many rockets as needed. Big damage dealt on Tariq, who was tanking the Baron. They are probably going in because they know it's 4v5. Nocturne now going in onto the Corki. Corki Valkyrie away. Nocturne now tanking solo. Getting ultimated by Skarner, will die by Singed. Big ultimate damage there by both Cannon and Victor. Only Singed surviving there. Vladimir, of course, will pull away. Will the Ignite kill him? Probably not, because he is, of course, Vladimir. Singed now soloing an entire team at his tower. They don't realize he had Thornmail apparently. Splash by Azrael, misused there, because of course the turret will chase you down into infinity. They do not have the damage to kill him now, especially if you're only a Tariq, so Singed will get the kill, will be able to fling. Janna already alive again, will be able to get an assist for that. So double kill, triple kill, lots of kills for Singed. Amazing. So that was fun. I thought I already saw that scene, to be honest. Maybe I did. They are typing that they will upload it to Potato Monster's YouTube channel, so they probably did. I probably did saw that earlier on. It was amazing. So that will probably be a GG. They will get this inhibitor, no doubt about that. Only Nocturne is alive, and to be honest, I don't think Nocturne will be able to kill Singed with a Janna supporting him. The Thornmail will probably kill him first. So Nocturne is actually gonna try and scare them off, will succeed in doing so, because of course his teammates are alive as well. So that's the cue for Singed and Janna to get the fuck out of here! Run! Baron's still alive, by the way. Janna, have you bought some wards? Yes, I did. Good support play there, Janna. Thank you. I don't have an oracles though. Don't sweat it, maybe Singed should get oracles. He doesn't die anyway. And yes, perfect gear. Went for the Renowin's Omen, which will be another slow onto the faces of his enemies. And he did buy an oracle, so good job there. Yes, and now apparently Janna went on troll mode on the bottom. But it's almost over, as you can see on this yellow bar. Vladimir getting attacked there by Nocturne. I don't think Nocturne really has the damage it takes to take Vladimir in time. His teammates are already there. I only can expect Nocturne's teammates to be there, but judging on the minimap, it seems not to be the case. So Nocturne getting killed there, not to show what he was thinking. Even if Vladimir used his ultimate, I think he would have been able to solo the Nocturne. But then you always take into consideration, please, that there are other people in this game. So if you are attacking someone over here, make sure you do it fast, or else his teammates will kill you for it. Which Nocturne did. He died for his sins. Which is, to be honest, the best cue to start Baron. They don't have the jungler, they aren't able to smite steal the Baron if needed be. They actually, Janna getting caught here. She does have her ultimate, will use it. Azrael didn't get pushed back though, so Janna needs to be careful, will use his shield. Everyone is gonna get slowed there by Singed's adhesive. Singed able to fling Azrael into his death, able to dodge the cannon shuriken. So this is the time to push onto the nexus of the enemy. He should be able to catch up onto the cannon, especially with mega adhesive onto his face, and of course the slow of Skarner. Don't forget that Singed has his Riley's Crystal Scepter, so every time he flings, you are slowed by 30%. Keep that in mind, that's pretty heavy. Of course, if you get poisoned, you will get slowed for 15%. Oh, it's 35% slow and 50% for multi-target and damage over time, which is just Singed poison in a nutshell. So Nocturne getting killed once more, Victor getting killed, Tariq flashing away, so he will survive. Corki actually really wants the kill, and he will succeed together with Vladimir's help. So that will be GG. A very long game for me to cast without spectator mode. But I think it went well. I missed 2 kills in the beginning, but I was just warming up, guys. So very good play there by purple team, getting the win. It was looking very grim, but hey, Sinch turned it around. He wasn't lying. So, hope you guys enjoyed. And I will see you next time. Whatever it is I will do, whenever it is, I will do it.
Victory!
Bye.